Coming to you from the dark recesses of the proverbial Dawnforge pouch, this is episode 252 of the Shattered Soulstone, Season 20 Hype. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download at bit.ly/soulstonebooks2020. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, tablet, and real man's phone. It is Monday, March 9th, 2020, and as always, it is me, Shazam. I am alone again this week. Hopefully next week we can get Tut on here to talk about the beginning of the season. But for this episode, it's going to be just me. I guess there's no news, obviously. I checked the office forums and everywhere else. The only blue note really was there on March 4th, which you probably fixed it by now. The non-season leaderboard, you do a greater rift after 2.6.8 was released, and it wouldn't register. You would do another one and it would register. Then you would do another one that was higher and it wouldn't register. It's quite odd. Me and Greed and a whole bunch of people ran into that problem. But hopefully they fixed it by now. Seemed like all the runs I did with my Demon Hunter seem to be, they all seem to count, so they probably have fixed that by now. Leviathan and them just released their Challenge Rift video for today, for this week's Challenge Rift, for everybody to do after Season 20 starts on Friday. And after, you created your character, or like they do, they're in the middle of doing it when it hits 8 o'clock our time, and then you rebirth your character, and then it's on there. Because technically, I guess that means their character's technically already made. Because I've seen them do it a couple seasons ago whenever they were doing their 1 to 70 run. It seems to work, so at least you get a couple minutes ahead. Kanai's Stomping Ground is active for obviously the entire month of March. I don't know if that would be a good way to start the season, like go in there when you're getting Kanai's cube and obviously kill all the cows in there. I ran it right before I started doing the show, and on T16 I got over 300 cows, so I would assume it's the same amount of cows on a regular rift. It's just not as they don't hit as hard, they don't have as many hit points and stuff like that. So that might be a strategy to at least knock a couple levels off of your 1 to 70 run. I've been toying with the idea of starting hardcore this season. I'm probably not going to, but I'll play hardcore at some point in time this season. I want to do more this season than I have, obviously, the past couple seasons. I've been playing a couple weeks and then, taking the rest of the season off, and, especially last season, I didn't care for the people that were playing and the way they were gaming the system and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to be a part of it. But this season, it's not, doesn't seem to be, it's not going to be like last season anyway. And I have a couple things in mind that I want to do. Like I posted on Twitter whenever they did the season theme. Um, the Marauder set for Demon Hunter, it's obviously going to get buffed this season with the way the cube is. Um, you're going to be able to cube. You're obviously cube the Dawn, cube either your Dead Man's Legacy, or cube your Bombardier's Rucksack, and wear your Yang's Recurve, and wear obviously the other Bombardier's Rucksack, or your Dead Man's Legacy, whatever one you don't have cubed. And then you will basically get, you know, the highest that a Marauder set would ever be able to do solo. That that is intriguing to me. I want to at least try it this season. I seem to get a lot of primal Marauder stuff. When I was cleaning out my stash this week, I think I had 3 or 4 primal bombardier rucksacks. I had I probably had 2 sets of primal Marauder stuff. Not all of it being good, but I at least had a whole bunch of it. Just like the Natalia set, I probably got, you know, everything but the ring. I probably have everything like that primal. Might not all be good, but I still have it. Did a big house cleaning this week. I freed up, I think it was 4 or 5 stash tabs of whether it be non-ancient stuff or stuff that you could roll good that was non-ancient. All this stupid stuff that I had, whether it be, gems that were like level 50 something, and then I just threw them all in the cube after seasons, after season after season, and like all this crap just piled up. And this week I basically just got rid of everything, got rid of all my junk primals, got rid of everything that wasn't, an level 80 gem or lower. I just basically threw it on the ground and exited the game. I tried doing everything to free up stash space, so if I got anything good, I could, carry it over from season. Right now, I'm in a good spot where if I get any unhallowed essence stuff in season, if it's not primal, I don't even need it. It's basically junk compared to what I have already. Um, Same with basically the Whirlwind Barb. I have so much good stuff with the Whirlwind Barb playing that last season that I don't think I need anything else Whirlwind Barb. But I guess as of right now, I want to at least get 1500 Paragon within the first couple weeks of the season. We'll fill it out from there, how much further I want to go. I'd really love to hit 2000 Paragon in a season. Um, it's doable. It's doable solo. Um, I just got to get, I just got to put my mind to it and actually do it. Maybe with this Frenzy Barb, it being able to clear pretty high. pretty fast and stuff like that. We'll see what happens, um, going forward. But on Friday, I think Greed's going to start with a Witch Doctor, because that's what Greed does. I'm going to start with a Demon Hunter, because that's what I do. I would assume King Tut's going to start with a Monk, because he wanted to play Monk, he said, because he didn't play it enough last season whenever the new set for the Monk came out, so he wants to play it this season. I would assume Rona's going to start Wizard for the Hydra build. There's a lot of people starting Wizard for the Hydra build this season, it seems like. And yeah, I'm gonna start Demon Hunter, because that's the way I can get a Greater F70. I can do a Greater F75 pretty quick with that. That's the class and everything I know the best in the entire game. So that's where I'm going to start. We'll transition to Frenzy Barb. I'll do my my Diablo fans build. Might tweak it a little bit. Still debating on whether or not to run two. I guess I really can't run the what next it called? Captain Crimson set, because if you, yeah, it's basically impossible for me to run it, because if I cube the belt, I would have to wear pants and a belt, and then at that point I would need a Ring of Royal Grandeur. So I would have to get rid of the Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge, because I sure ain't getting rid of the Band of Might. So yeah, that's basically impossible to do. So yeah, the thing I got in Diablo fans right now is probably the way I'm going to be running it. Pending I can find a tweak here and there, go up higher. But I just updated my Diablo fans thing before I started doing this podcast tonight. I basically just logged into Diablo, seen what I had different on my actual character versus what I have in Diablo fans, and then I put what I had on my character in Diablo fans, and then I just published it. Like I said in Discord, I did a Greater Rift 110, missing six ancient set pieces. The only thing I had ancient, I think, was the chest, and I had 2,900 Paragon. But without the items being ancient, and without them being augmented and stuff like that, you can knock a bunch of them Paragon levels off. It basically balance out to maybe 1,000 or maybe a little over 1,000 Paragon with full ancient gear and maybe augmented gear. So we'll see how high I can push that thing. It should be able to go a lot higher than that. At least do a 120 with it. Yeah, that was just with an Oathkeeper and an Echoing Fury. It's nice whenever they added the stun to it. Now you can just do the wrenching smash ground stomp stuff, and you basically get free double damage just by doing that. So That makes the build so much easier. You don't have to worry about anything else. Just have good weapons. And when I did the 110, I had a oh, what the heck's it called? I used an Echoing Fury because that's the only thing I had primal. You know, I had I think I had an Ancient Oathkeeper and a primal. Um, yeah, Echoing Fury. But even my Oathkeeper wasn't that good. It wasn't rolled the greatest. Didn't have life on hit on anything, which that build, that build you need life on hit. If you had life on hit on a weapon and stuff like that, you could live through. You could live through so much of the ground effects. It's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, the I forgot to mention the Kanai's stomping ground thing. The last week of the month, there's going to be um, a transmog at the King Kanai. Um, right around, right near where you get your Kanai's cube. It's only available the last week of March. So whenever you guys, figured I'd tell you guys pretty early so you guys remember. That would be in, I don't I don't know, I guess maybe 2 weeks. I guess maybe because the last week of the month, last 3 days falls in one week and the other days falls in another week. So I don't know when. I guess maybe the last 7 days of the month. I don't know. But it's a new transmog for the season. So nothing nothing better than free transmogs for just going to see a king. Talked about the challenge rift already. Some point this season, I will go hardcore. I don't know when. I'd like to get at least enough Paragon so I can get my non-season hardcore side of my account to over 1,000 Paragon. Shouldn't take that much of it, like 930 something right now. I want to get my soft core. I want to get above 3,000 as high as possible. But yeah, we'll see how high I can get my Paragon up by the end of this season, and obviously how involved with this season I go. I just I really want to get involved with this season. Hopefully the people, Greed and Rona and Tut and everybody all stay gung ho about this season. And that kind of makes it a lot easier for you to stay gung ho about a season. If everybody you talk to just falls off of a season, that's basically wears you down, so you don't even want to play this season anymore. So hopefully that's not the case, and yeah, if that starts happening, I'll just start trying a different Discord to see, at least talk to people that are still playing the season, so I don't get discouraged and stuff like that. Yeah, I was gonna do a build breakdown, but it'd be easier if you guys just go to Diablo Fans, either search for my name, obviously Shazam81, or just search for the seasonal Frenzy Barb. the seasonal Frenzy Barb builds, and just go based on that if you guys want or care about my build. It's pretty much close to everybody else's. There's some things that are different than other people's. Some stuff I'd like to tweak on it, at least, you know, playing it and seeing, maybe what happens. Yeah, I could play that by the end of the week and see if I can go a little bit higher with just the gear I have, just by tweaking, skills and whatnot. um, if you guys are into lore about Diablo 3 and Diablo in general, you can go to bookagen.net. She does about 15 to 20-minute episodes, usually about once a month. She does a new one with just the lore and the backstory of stuff in the Diablo universe. She should be coming out with a new episode here pretty soon. She's had the Enduros Council one out now for a while, so I'm sure pretty soon she'll be coming out with another one. But yeah, go to her website, bookagen.net, and you know, listen to all the episodes she has available. The only other media I have this week is, for some reason, I finally started watching Altered Carbon on Netflix. That show's pretty good. I can't complain too much. I'm only on like the maybe episode 5 of the first season. So I got 5 more episodes to go, and obviously the whole second season. Um, it's not the show I was expecting it to be, but it is it's quite interesting how they deal with the future, and how people can actually die completely, or just die as their body, and then if you have enough money, get transferred into another body. It's quite an interesting show. Um, I don't. Speaking of shows, all I have to say is Blizzard better hurry up with their TV shows for Diablo and Overwatch, because I guess PlayStation's getting into the mix now with HBO, and I guess they're doing a Last of Us TV show, and they're doing, don't quote me on this one, but maybe a God of War TV show. I'm not 100% sure. But they got a couple TV shows that they're shooting around to do. So the video game shows are gonna start ramping up pretty quick. There's just gonna be more and more competition for everybody else. And the crazy thing is it all started with Castlevania, and that became popular. So Netflix decided we'll do The Witcher, and The Witcher became really popular. And now they're just steamrolling TV show after TV show after TV show now. So I guess that's the new thing to do. I just heard before I started recording this show that I guess Call of Duty's coming out with a new battle royale game tomorrow called Warzone or something like that. So yeah, it's going to be another thing that's hitting Twitch. Tomorrow is about another Call of Duty Activision Battle Royale game. I'm sure it'll hit our launcher at some point in time. I don't know. I used the beta launcher, and I did the old school Blizzard thing, and there's a way that you can just basically uncheck all the Activision stuff. So you just uncheck everything, and it looks like the old launcher, and it just has all the Blizzard stuff. That's the way I have mine. So I don't even see the Call of Duties and stuff like that anymore on the beta launcher. Which I don't know if I said it on here or not, but that beta launcher looks so much cooler than the regular launcher that you guys are using right now. So if you guys download the beta launcher, you guys, I'm sure will all be happy with your decision on switching. The layout's totally different, like everything is totally different, and it is, to me, it's the best Blizzard launcher yet. And yeah. Um, hmm. Other than that, guys, hope you guys' season all starts. Oh, one more thing. Totally forgot. It's at the bottom of my notes, and I completely blew past it. Level with a Cause starts on Friday. All this whole entire weekend, Level with a Cause is going to happen. It's going to be on Diablo stuff, and it's supposed to be on Path of Exile stuff. I have no idea what the streamers are going to be doing it. If you guys go on Twitch and go to like the Path of Exile stuff or the Diablo like streamer things, and if you see LWAC at the beginning of any of the people's thing, they're involved with Level with a Cause. If you guys can, please donate. I know Wolfcrier is going to be doing it. So, yeah, they raised $59,000 so far for all the charities that they raise money for. So if you guys can donate to Wolfcrier's cause, and yeah. On that note, guys, hope your season all starts wonderful. Hopefully you guys get to 70 pretty quick. Hopefully your week goes fast until the season starts, which you guys ain't gonna get this episode until the day of the season anyway. But yeah, hopefully you guys all have a start of your, good start to the season. I'm sure me and Alicia and everybody's gonna be going hard. That dude plays Diablo 3 from seems morning to night. He's been playing every day, even without a season. Dude's getting pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Um, until next week, guys. Hopefully you guys' week goes well, and again, hopefully you guys have an awesome start to your season. You've been listening to episode 252 of the Shattered Soulstone, your Diablo community podcast. Missed an episode? You can find the show's blog and listen to the show archives. www.shatteredsoulstone.com. With your support, you can help the show grow. Become a Patreon today. Patreon.com/Soulstone. Come join us in-game. Our in-game community and clan, both named Shattered Soulstone, are open to anyone who would like to join. You can also join us on Discord for the ultimate team community-based experience. Find our Discord invitation link on our Twitter and Facebook page, as well as the Shattered Soulstone website. This show is powered by you, the listener. Send your contributions, thoughts, questions, and feedback to show@shatteredsoulstone.com. We love Twitter. Come join and tweet with us. You can find the show's Twitter at ShatteredStone, Deadgreed at Deadgreed1812, and you can find me at Shazam081. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to Medros of Dawnforge Productions for hosting our Loot Deviant show. You can find more shows from the Dawnforge, www.thedawnforge.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, from all of us here at the Shattered Soulstone, over 251 episodes for your listening pleasure. Dawnforge.